This is the thumb. This is the forefinger, also called the pointing finger. This is called the middle finger. This is called the ring finger. And this one is called the little finger or the pinky. It is called a pinky, which is why our little kids, when they promise each other, that promise is called a pinky promise. Hey everyone, welcome to epicspeak, where I help you engage in better English conversations. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about a few idiomatic expressions that are made with fingers, or idiomatic expressions using fingers. And we're also going to talk about some vocabulary, some actions that we can do using our fingers. So this lesson is going to be super fun and useful to you even if you're not preparing for a competitive exam. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the actions that we do with fingers and get them out of the way. Remember this action wherein you call somebody by twisting your finger. This is called beckoning. There is a word for this action, and that is beckon. You beckon someone like this. Beckon. Another action that you do with your fingers is you snap. When you do this with your thumb and your middle finger, you snap. You can do it if you want to bring somebody's attention to you, like you want to say chop chop, or if you're using it with children, you can say make it fast. But be mindful of who you're using it with. It is not proper to use this gesture when you're talking to your colleagues or your superiors. That's considered rude. Another thing that you do is what am I doing? I'm popping my knuckles. I hope you heard that. I'm popping my knuckles, or you can also say that I'm cracking my knuckles. Other things that you do are flick. You flick off dust on your t-shirt, and if there is something on your t-shirt like a crumb of bread or food, then you can flick it or you can dust it. Then you clap with your fingers and you point with your fingers, and sometimes you can poke in somebody's neck or somebody's middle. If you're really angry, if you want to call to somebody's attention, you can poke them. You can pinch them with your fingers. You can pinch, and you also wiggle your fingers. When you wave your fingers like this, you're wiggling. You wiggle your fingers. Alright, now let's look at some idiomatic expressions that are made using fingers. The first idiomatic expression is Butterfingers. So Butterfingers is a noun, and it is used to refer to a person who drops things that they are carrying or trying to catch. So a fielder who drops too many balls has Butterfingers. Anybody who has the tendency to drop things can be called Butterfingers. Example: careful with that plate, Butterfingers. You've already crashed 2 plates today. The next expression is sticky fingers. To have sticky fingers is to have a tendency to steal things. For example, you'd better not leave any cash around because she's known for her sticky fingers. Or, my roommate has sticky fingers. I found a lot of my stuff disappearing from my closet. The next expression is finger pointing, or point the finger at. So, if you're literally pointing the finger at someone, you are identifying someone, you're showing someone. For example, look, there's Uncle Sam. But as an idiomatic expression, when you point the finger at someone, you accuse them or you blame them of something. For example, when asked about the failed project, the manager was quick to point a finger at his team members, meaning he did not really identify them like this, but he did place the blame on the team members. He said they were the reason. The next expression is to burn your fingers. When you burn your fingers, you suffer bad consequences of an action, especially consequences that result in a loss of money or bankruptcy. And so you're not eager to do the same thing again. For example, he burnt his fingers when he started his own business, meaning he has suffered losses when he started his own business. He suffered losses and he lost a lot of money. Another example is I burnt my fingers once trying to interfere in a couple's fight. Meaning I tried to get in between their fight. They got back together after the fight, and then I became the common enemy because I was trying to sort things out between them. So I burnt my fingers once. I had a bad experience doing that. The next expression is to count something on the fingers of one hand. So when you count something on the fingers of one hand, these things, they occur very rarely, and you're saying that you're complaining that they occur very rarely. For example, I can count on the fingers of my hand how many times I've traveled out of my state, meaning I've traveled only less than 5 times because there's only 5 fingers in my hand. So you're saying that you've traveled out of the state very rarely. I can count on the fingers of my hand the number of times my husband got me a present. So you're complaining that he's gotten you presents very few times. The next expression is to be all fingers and thumbs. To be all fingers and thumbs is to be extremely awkward or clumsy. So you don't have the dexterity, the ease to do things with your hands. That's when you say, I'm all fingers and thumbs. My youngest son is all fingers and thumbs when it comes to tying his shoelaces. Or, sorry I dropped the vase, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. The next expression is to not lift a finger. To not lift a finger, this expression is often used only in the negative, and to not lift a finger is to not make the slightest effort to do something, especially to help someone. For example, I thought he was my friend, but he didn't lift a finger to get me out of prison. Or, my sister doesn't lift a finger around the house, meaning she just sits around. She doesn't help with the household chores. All she does is if she doesn't lift a finger, it means that she doesn't help at all around the house. The next expression is to hang on by one's fingernails. When you hang on by your fingernails, you try really hard and manage to do something in a very difficult situation. So you are trying really hard to stay or overcome that situation. For example, since the pandemic started, many employees have been hanging on to their jobs by their fingernails. Another expression, with his parents gone, he has been hanging on by his fingernails to provide food for his brother. So he is providing food for his brother, but he is finding it very hard, and it's a very hard situation that he's managing to do. The next expression is to work one's fingers to the bone. So to work your fingers to the bone means to work extremely hard, especially for a long time. So if you work really hard, then you work your fingers to the bone. Example, as a single mother, she worked her fingers to the bone to provide a home and food for her children. Another example, the new management had everyone in the office work their fingers to the bone. The next expression is to wrap someone around their little finger. So this is your little finger, like I already said. Do you have a cousin or a little brother in your house that you love so much that you do whatever they ask you to do in their cute little voice, with their cute little face? They look at you with their puppy brown eyes. They ask you something that you just can't say no. If you do whatever they want, then they have you wrapped around their little finger. So it can be a child, a lovely child, or it can be a wife who wraps her husband around her little finger, meaning the husband listens to everything that the wife says, or everything. He tries to fulfill every one of the wife's wishes. So to have somebody wrapped around someone's little finger means to have their every wish listened to. You can make them do whatever you want, especially because they like you so much. Not because you are in a position of power or authority, but because they like you so much. The next expression is to keep your fingers crossed. When you cross your fingers, it is to wish for good luck or to hope that things will go the way you want them to. Now, there's always, usually, this gesture that goes along with the idiom to keep your fingers crossed. We are all keeping our fingers crossed that the situation with COVID virus will improve soon. Or Hina is keeping her fingers crossed about the promotion, meaning she's hoping that she would get the promotion. So she's hoping for a favorable outcome. The next expression is to lay a finger on someone or something. Now, this expression is also used in the negative when you want to warn someone not to hurt somebody. For example, you can say, "Don't lay a finger on him," or "I didn't lay a finger on him. I don't know why he's crying. I didn't lay a finger on him." Means I didn't do anything to him. I didn't even touch him. So that's when you use not to lay a finger on someone. So when you lay a finger on someone, you touch that person or you try to hurt that person. Like I said, it's mostly used in the negative. Don't lay a finger on him, or I didn't lay a finger on him. The next expression is at one's fingertips. If you say that something is at your fingertips, you mean that you can reach it easily or that it's easily available to you. For example, we have all the facts and figures at our fingertips thanks to the internet. It's literally at our fingertips. All you have to do is type in and you get the facts and figures. Another example, he's a millionaire who has the best healthcare at his fingertips. So here the healthcare is not literally at his fingertips, but all he has to do is ask and he will have the healthcare available. It's readily available, easily accessible. The next expression is to put your finger on something. If you can put your finger on something, you can identify it. You can discover the exact reason why something is the way it is, especially when it is wrong. Now, it's more common to use this idiom in the negative. For example, I could put my finger on it, but I thought his behavior was very strange. Or, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something off about their fight. There's something wrong. I can't exactly specify what it is, but there is something. So I can't exactly say what it is about his behavior was strange, but it was strange. And the next expression is to let something slip through your fingers. If you allow an opportunity or a person to slip through your fingers, you lose it. It's gone. For example, it was a wonderful opportunity to go abroad and you let it slip through your fingers because you didn't renew your passport on time. So that opportunity is gone. Another example. The rookie cop let the sly thief slip through his fingers. He was really smart. He said something and the poor cop, he let him slip through his fingers, meaning this thief escaped. So, those were 15 amazing idiomatic expressions with fingers. I hope you found them useful and that you will use them in your future conversations. Do share it with your friends so that it could reach more people, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future uploads. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon in my next video.